Hello and welcome to the Carbon Farming Awareness Hub podcast. This is the place where we explore innovative ways to combat climate change through sustainable farming. In today's episode, we're diving deeper into techniques and practices in carbon farming, a critical approach to restoring our soil, capturing carbon, and creating a more resilient future for agriculture. We'll discuss key practices such as soil management, crop rotation, agroforestry, and regenerative farming techniques that help store carbon, boost biodiversity, and increase resilience to extreme weather, or simply help farmers become climate champions. Carbon farming isn't just about agriculture, it's about the future of our planet. So, whether you're a farmer, an environmental enthusiast, or just curious about sustainable agriculture, this episode is for you. Let's get started. Before we explore techniques, let's quickly revisit what carbon farming is and why it's important. Recapping from our last episode, carbon farming refers to agricultural methods that increase the amount of carbon stored in soil and plants, while reducing greenhouse gas emissions. This helps slow down climate change and improve soil health, making farms more productive and resilient. Basically, carbon farming works in two ways. Number 1, capturing carbon dioxide from the atmosphere through plants and soil. Number 2, reducing emissions by minimizing soil disturbance and using sustainable practices. Did you know? Scientists estimate that soil can store 3 times more carbon than the atmosphere, but only if we farm it responsibly. With this foundation in mind, let's explore some of the most effective techniques used in carbon farming today, and let's meet some innovative examples in the partner countries. Soil is one of the largest carbon reservoirs on Earth. The way we manage it determines how much carbon it can store. One of the most powerful ways to enhance carbon capture is through soil management. Healthy soil acts like a sponge, absorbing and storing carbon while providing nutrients for crops. So, how can farmers manage soil effectively? Technique number 1, no-till farming. Traditional plowing releases carbon into the atmosphere. No-till farming avoids this by minimizing soil disturbance, keeping carbon locked underground while improving water retention and soil fertility. Here's an example from Italy. Farmers in Emilia-Romagna are experimenting with no-till techniques in wheat production. This not only stores carbon, but also reduces soil erosion and improves water retention, which is critical for drought-prone regions. Technique number 2, cover cropping. Instead of leaving fields bare between harvests, cover crops like clover, rye, and alfalfa are planted. These plants prevent soil erosion, capture carbon dioxide, enhance biodiversity. Here is an example on carbon farming techniques used from Greece. In Crete, vineyards are increasingly using cover crops such as legumes and grasses between grapevines. This helps retain moisture, prevent erosion, and improve soil structure, essential for the island's dry climate. Did you know? Some studies suggest that using cover crops can increase soil carbon storage by up to 20% over time. Technique number 3, composting and organic matter. By adding compost, manure, and crop residues back into the soil, farmers boost microbial life, which naturally increases carbon storage and enhances soil health. Together, these soil management strategies help create a thriving ecosystem underground, benefiting farmers and the planet. Another powerful approach in carbon farming is diversifying what we plant and how we integrate trees into farming systems. Number 1, crop rotation. Planting the same crop over and over depletes the soil, while rotating crops with different root structures and nutrient needs helps prevent pests and diseases. Improves soil fertility, reduces the need for chemical fertilizers. For example, farmers can alternate nitrogen-fixing plants like legumes with high-demand crops like corn or wheat to naturally replenish soil nutrients. In Alentejo, Portugal, wheat farmers alternate their crops with legumes, which naturally add nitrogen to the soil, reducing the need for synthetic fertilizers. Number 2, agroforestry. Imagine a farm that blends trees with crops and livestock. That's agroforestry, a method that sequesters more carbon by integrating trees. Provides shade and wind protection for crops. Enhances biodiversity. Some agroforestry techniques include alley cropping, planting rows of trees between crops. Silvopasture, combining trees with grazing animals for a sustainable livestock system. Example from Spain. The Dehesa system in Extremadura is a perfect example of agroforestry. Farmers grow oak trees alongside pastures where cattle and pigs graze, creating a natural balance between agriculture and forestry while increasing carbon storage. Did you know? Agroforestry systems store up to 45% more carbon than conventional farming. By working with nature instead of against it, agroforestry offers a long-term solution for carbon sequestration. Regenerative farming takes sustainability a step further by actively improving the land rather than just maintaining it. Here are 3 key techniques. Number 1. Managed grazing. Livestock can play a role in carbon farming when grazing is carefully planned. By rotating animals between pastures, grasslands recover faster, capturing more carbon and improving soil health. Example from Sardinia, shepherds are adopting rotational grazing, reducing desertification and increasing the land's natural carbon absorption. Number 2. Biochar. Biochar is a charcoal-like substance created from plant materials. When mixed into the soil, it locks carbon underground for hundreds of years. Enhances soil fertility, retains moisture. Example from Thessaly, Greece, farmers are starting to use biochar in combination with compost to boost soil fertility and retain moisture in dry regions. Did you know, a single ton of biochar can store as much carbon as the emissions from driving 6,000 kilometers in a car? Number 3. Perennial crops. Unlike annual crops that need replanting each year, perennials like hazelnuts, blueberries, and alfalfa have deep root systems that store more carbon, prevent soil erosion, require less water and fertilizers. These regenerative techniques not only capture carbon but also make farms more resilient to climate change. As awareness grows, more farmers and policymakers are recognizing the potential of carbon farming. Carbon farming is no longer just an idea, it's becoming a mainstream solution to climate change. But how do we scale it up and ensure that farmers around the world adopt these practices? Let's look at 3 key areas that will shape the future of carbon farming. Number 1. Government policies and incentives. More governments are recognizing the climate and economic benefits of carbon farming, introducing incentives for farmers who capture carbon. The Common Agricultural Policy 2023 to 2027 has introduced carbon farming payments for Portuguese farmers who adopt regenerative practices. This means that farmers can earn financial rewards by improving soil health, reducing chemical use, and planting trees. Simultaneously, Spain is testing a carbon credit system for farmers. The idea is simple. Farmers who use carbon-friendly techniques earn credits, which can be sold to companies looking to offset their emissions. This makes sustainability not just good for the planet, but also financially beneficial. Did you know? Some studies suggest that if 10% of Europe's farmland switched to carbon farming, it could offset the emissions of 50 million cars annually. But policies alone won't be enough. We also need technology and innovation. Number 2. Technology's role in scaling carbon farming. As demand for sustainable farming grows, technology is playing a key role in making carbon farming more efficient and profitable. But it's not just up to that. Consumers and businesses all play a role in supporting carbon-friendly agriculture. So, what can you do? Support local, regenerative farms. Reduce food waste to lower your carbon footprint. Advocate for policies that promote sustainable farming. Did you know? A recent survey found that 60% of European consumers are willing to pay more for food that supports climate action. Taking all these into account, carbon farming can surely become a key solution in the fight against climate change. Looking ahead, a call to action. So, what does the future of carbon farming look like? It depends on all of us. First of all, governments need to keep supporting carbon farming with policies and funding. Farmers need access to training, technology, and financial rewards. Then, it's time for businesses to invest in sustainable supply chains, and for consumers to choose products from climate-friendly farms. If we all work together, carbon farming could become one of the biggest climate solutions of our generation. Think, what role can you play in supporting carbon farming? Whether you're a policymaker, farmer, business owner, or consumer, your choices matter. That brings us to the end of today's episode on techniques and practices in carbon farming. We explored how soil management, crop rotation, agroforestry, and regenerative practices help fight climate change while improving food production. If you enjoyed this episode, be sure to subscribe to the Carbon Farming Awareness Hub podcast and share it with your community. Stay tuned for our next episode, where we'll dive even deeper into how farmers and consumers can work together for a greener future. Until next time, keep growing, keep learning, and keep making a difference.